should be live.
Yay!
Welcome again, folks. We just had a great game last night of some weird frontiers on the Goodman Games channel. But tonight we are playing some Bloody Appalachia, a game that is not out there in the public yet. I have the great honor to do some editing and layout on it, and I was given permission to do some playtesting. So here we are. This is session 2. And we're down one of the players from last session, so we're going to weave that into the story, but we're going to continue on with these 3. So, John, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Brett. I am an auteur film director, and I've made documentaries and such things about strange going-ons and whatnot. So, yeah, and Proctor worked as like my sound guy in other capacities. So, yeah. That's how I got here.
And what was most memorable to Brett last episode?
Oh, those wonderful youth that I met.
The youths?
The youths, as it were. They were just charming and delightful. Just, kids and Brett feels for him. He came from, a similar Midwestern kind of boring background. So he gets it.
Yeah, drugs are the only way out. Yeah.
Or a career.
Chuck, what do you got? Other than being muted.
Yeah, muted microphone.
I'm muted. Yes, I am playing Gil, our journalist. I journal things. I think that's what that means. Yeah, and all those creepy dolls hanging from the fence. There's a lot of people who've gone missing.
Yeah, indeed.
A lot.
Jake, who you got?
Well, I've got Proctor, who's an EMT, but while he was working his way up through medical school, he also served as a sort of hanger-on for a documentary in the area that has since overseen some problems in the drug and sex trafficking arena. And the thing that was most memorable to him was the contents of a recently reopened smut shop that left him nearly traumatized.
Nearly?
Are you referring to the $5 sex doll?
Yeah, I'm also referring to the $12 meal he puked up in the parking lot afterwards.
Listen, that was a quality $5 sex doll. I can't believe it came with actual human teeth.
Poor quality
and hair.
Is still quality.
And hair.
All right. So you are all here trying to track down a mutual friend of yours. And you have found a little bit of information. So let's just go over a few things real quick here. So you visited the town hall, which is currently under renovations. There is one fledgling secretary kind of left there to field what few requests have been coming through while the repairs are going on. Cindy was very helpful to you, gave you some great coffee, and allowed you to just rummage through the filing cabinets, which is the city's only form of data retention. Hard copy. Some things that stood out to you as you went in here. The place is kind of in shambles as they are tearing up the floors, putting down new tiles, just doing a good face over, giving the old lady just a new makeup job, as it were. But the filing cabinet area looked to have been relatively intact, but noticeably there were some muddy footprints, which Gil was able to determine, since he does lots of Squatch sightings and knows how to tell the difference between a fake Squatch print and a real Squatch print.
I do.
That the person wearing these muddy boots, leaving a trail to the filing cabinets that you actually needed to look at, was the boots were too big for his feet.
Yes, that was something I noticed. It leads me to believe that this is a child or someone with smaller feet, possibly the young lady who's taken a shining on Proctor.
So your missing friend is Amanda Stryker, who was elated to be offered a job position here teaching a little bit over a year ago. Some occasional communications back and forth, and then she went silent over summer break. You figured she was just treating herself to a nice vacation. School season has started again, and there's been no word from her at all. Your friend, is it Gil? Is the G? No, you're Gil. Who's the G man again?
Andy.
Andy, being a G man and a naturally suspicious-minded person who does sense information for the FBI, got you all together, dragging you out here to find her, and you soon find out that there are many suspicious things, as there's no school in Bloodworth Hollow that Amanda could have been teaching from. You find out that the kids are bused to schools both to the north and south of Bloodworth Hollow, or the Hollow. And through the filing cabinets, you find out that Amanda's grandmother was a Hooper, one of the two prominent families that were born here in this town. Amanda's mother was not born in here. She's born in Lexington. But Amanda's birth records have been removed from the filing cabinets, as well as several other women between the ages of 23 and 29 that had links to some families here in the county. Now, I believe, Brett and Proctor went to the general store and got a patch kit. You were told you can't buy tires here, but there's an old junkyard just outside of town that you probably could get a tire. That's where you were propositioned, Brett, to see if you were holding.
Yep.
And you were offered potentially to buy a car, which you're sure is hot, if not just the tires off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Rudimentary map drawn on a napkin that was given to you to meet later on this evening after dark. And let's see, that was Brett and Proctor. Gil, what were you doing?
We were down.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we were down in the records room,
Mm-hmm.
digging, searching.
Well, while you're in the records room, we'll take up here for tonight. Andy gets a call on his cell phone, which you had recently discovered there was no cell signal in Bloodworth Hollow. But Andy's phone rings. He kind of looks down at it for a moment and says, "Oh, this is important. I got to take this." And he steps outside the building. Just kind of leaves you in the filing section.
Exciting.
Okay. About this time, we'll say Proctor and Brett, you finished up at the general store. Now, I believe you're going to head over to the junkyard, but perhaps you want to stop in and check on your friends in the meantime.
Yeah, I probably could. See if they found anything out.
Mm-hmm. As instructed, you ring the buzzer on the back door. Cindy comes out again with a big smile on her face as she allows you in. Tells you that your friend is still over in the records room.
Friend? Singular?
Oh yeah, your other friend. He stepped out for a smoke. Must have gone walking. He hasn't come back yet.
Huh. Well, all right then.
Huh. You did not see him on the street or outside the doors of the courthouse.
Bizarre.
I'll go check in on our friend.
Yeah, let's go see how the other friend is doing, then.
Which friend is which friend?
Are they our friends?
I don't know. You called me, man.
All right, yeah, fair enough.
It's me.
Oh, hey, Gil.
Hey, Gil, how's it going?
Hey. Oh, we found some cool stuff. There was boot prints, but the boots were fake. They were too big. And we found missing birth certificates and records. There's no school. There's all sorts of crazy, weird stuff that I'm sure is all related. We're a little far south for it, but it very well could be something tied to the Jersey Devil.
Okay. What?
Never
why,
rule
why
out the
Jersey
Mothman,
Devil?
though. Never rule out Mothman.
Mothman's always a
Well,
possibility.
yeah, that's because Mothman has wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd Andy go?
Oh, yeah, it was weird. His phone rang. And he looked at it and he said it was important, and he's been outside on the phone ever since. He hasn't come back yet.
You didn't see him outside.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah, it's also no good that he's got a phone that works and we don't.
Yeah, that was also very weird.
Yeah. Must be like a weird FBI thing.
Do you got more to do in here, you think? Or
I don't think so. I'm tired of this
Alright.
place.
okay. Did Andy leave any of his other stuff here?
Just all the records that we found that we've promised to put back that are
Okay.
not already in my pack.
Sure. Yep. I like that statement. Let's put back the things that weren't in your pack, and I guess go. Let's see if we can find
Yeah.
Andy.
It's current day, right?
Yes.
So I would have a cell phone, right?
Mhm.
I take a picture of the boot print.
Okay. That works
Just-
just fine.
Yeah.
You can't upload to the cloud though, so you're
No.
using internal storage,
Yes, absolutely. Okay. I'm good to go.
of which Gil has about 10 megs free because he's got porn stashed on there.
I gotta delete.
Weird porn.
Listen, ever since I found the Rule 34 cryptid subreddit, like my phone storage has just gone to hell.
Talk about Mothman. What about Mothwoman?
I keep telling you, Gil, I'm not going to make those
all
kind of
that.
movies
Yeah, they don't call it Moth Woman, they call it Moth Ma'am.
unless I need money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we should go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
go.
Gil, your automobile is still out front with the donut on it,
Yeah.
which is, it was never in great shape to begin with, but it's still kind of intact.
Good.
So, talking to some of the local youngsters, so there's a scrapyard that we might be able to get a tire at, legitimately, but I have a feeling they probably won't have one that fits. Or the kids gave us a map to a place where we could meet them after dark and probably get a tire or maybe even a new car. Also, they like drugs. I think they sold me some mushrooms.
Oh, let me see
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I'll toss one back.
Oh, you do you?
Why not?
There's a check for this.
Oh, shit.
What?
Okay, give me just a second. I gotta
Check
find this check.
drugs.
Yeah, there's a drug and alcohol check.
I mean, I do have the knowledge, skill, psychic phenomena. Oh, I guess it's psychic, not psychedelic.
was
Not
gonna say.
psychotropic, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this is not completely indexed yet. So give me just a minute to find it here. This is a great time to try and use it. All right, the drug and booze chart. Here we go. Drugs and booze. Make me a con check.
Yes. Con, where are you? Oh, it's over on this page.
He's on the Reliant.
Yeah.
God.
And my con modifier is -1, so this is fantastic.
Oh,
Enjoy your
for
trip,
the
sir.
for the skill checks, you're just trying to roll under. So
Oh, okay. Cool.
okay. Roll me a d4.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. 2.
Okay.
Double 2s.
Oh, for the next 2 hours, this is actually kind of beneficial. Fear checks you're going to make with a bonus because you're just kind of mellowed out. But
Nice.
spot and listen checks are going to be at negatives because you are being distracted by the fluffy little bunnies that are just showing up everywhere in your peripheral vision. All
Okay.
kinds of nice little hallucinogenic trails that you're.
Well, nice. I already get a bonus or advantage on illusion, courage, and terror, so it's nice stacking up. What do I get a penalty on again?
So you have a penalty on spot and listen checks.
Okay.
Call it disadvantage.
Okay.
But I'll give you advantage on fear checks, fear and terror checks.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, they're the real deal.
All right.
These are good. These are good.
Great.
I Wow, it tastes good. I don't even think they grew these in cow pie. I got it cleaned out good. These are good. You should have one.
If
You
you
know,
use-
somebody needs to drive.
Oh, okay.
No, not you.
Yeah, Brett can help.
Someone else.
If you start having like the feeling that maybe you're getting closer to God all of a sudden, let me know and I'll help you out.
Oh, you're just
Trying to
really
kill
mellow
me?
right now. You're starting,
All right.
your vision's starting to blur just a little. You're
Yeah.
starting to see colors.
I like the colors.
What time of day is it?
It's still afternoon, late afternoon, but it's afternoon still.
Time is a construct fabricated by man.
And it smells purple.
And it does.
So where to?
I guess let's go check out the scrapyard.
All right,
Yeah.
check out the scrapyard. Who's driving?
I'll drive.
Brett. Brett.
All right, Brett.
I mean, Proctor, you are an EMT. Do you know how to drive the bus?
I know how to drive an ambulance, so I
You wanna
assume I
drive?
would know how to drive a bus.
Yeah.
I could, yeah, sure. I mean, it's already missing a tire. What more could I do?
It's a station wagon, thank you.
Yeah,
I guess could you call a station wagon a short bus just in a different way?
With wood paneled siding.
If I
It's-
wouldn't drive anything less.
Technically, a station wagon is a hatchback.
Oh, it's a long hatchback.
It's a long hatchback, so it's
Just
very
like
sporty.
Taylor Swift. It's got a long back.
Oh, Proctor. So are you driving? Are you driving gently?
yeah, I'll
Or-
drive gently. I don't want to
Driving
pop the
gently.
donut.
Not a problem. Where are you heading?
Heading to the scrapyard to see if we can't get a decent tire on this thing.
Okay, sounds good. So you go out just outside of town on a little low rise, and it's really easy to find what you're looking for, as the Tin Man the auto yard has a 15-20 foot high Tin Man made out of car parts and chassis that have been welded together and looking like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz. It looks really cool from half a mile away. As you get closer,
recording it as we're moving.
oh
in.
yeah, and you've got gray skies in the background with the sun just hidden behind some clouds, so it just looks really ominous. You roll up. There's a big chain link fence all around it. You can hear dogs barking from the inside as your car rolls up. On the outside, it says on a fairly small placard, much smaller than the "Keep Out" sign. It says "Ring Buzzer."
Gil, this is your car, right?
This, I mean,
You ring the buzzer.
depends on your stance on ownership and do we really own it if we have to pay taxes and licensing on it, titling? I mean, is it truly any of ours or is it the government's?
You'll own nothing and be happy.
Anyway, yeah, I'll go push the button.
All right,
Okay.
it's actually conveniently located, so you just stick your arm out the window. And actually, you're not driving. Proctor's
not.
driving. So you get out,
I'll find a
stumble
place to park.
around, come around.
I
As
was
Proctor's
just gonna
about to push the
clamber
button
over.
himself, you've already gotten out of the car and you slam the button. You hear almost like a klaxon sound, like an old timey like air raid horn go off inside the fenced-in perimeter. The dogs go crazy. They are snarling. They're just jumping at the fence. You see, they're all wearing collars with the little square on it that tells you like there's an invisible fence for them, perhaps. And then the gates start opening. Just as the chain link fence comes over, and you hear over that sound old kind of tinny amplifier and speaker from somewhere in the yard. You hear somebody says, "Come on, drive in. I ain't got all day."
Crap. I'll go get
Go
back
get
in
in
the
the car.
hatchback. Yeah.
Yeah, I hop back in.
Okay. You drive in, you see that the dogs approach to within 10 feet along either side of the car, but no closer. And again, you think that the electric or invisible fence is like along either side of this almost driveway that you go up to. And there's an old man. He's got a wrench and he's got a blowtorch out in one hand. He's got a wrench in another. He's got a cigarette that he's just lit up as he's pulled up his visor for doing the welding. It looks like he's working on a piece of art. You guys drive in. Kind of looks around the car. He says, well, she's a piece of shit, all right. I'll give you $50 for her.
Actually, we were hoping you could slap a rather round piece of shit to sort of complete the set of tires we've got going on here.
Yes.
He kind of kicks the donut. He's like, yeah, you're going to need a new rim, too, it looks like. Yeah, I probably got something in the back acre that away. He kind of waves his hand over there. You need somebody to get the wheel, or are you handy enough with a wrench to pull one off yourself? There's a 20% discount. You do it yourself. I'm a little short-handed today.
We'll do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
All right. He tosses this wrench to whoever gets out of the car, I guess. Who would that be?
I would gladly get out of the car.
Okay, yeah, you fumble a little bit, but you catch the wrench. He's like, you'll find a tire iron and anything else you need just hanging around out there. Mind yourselves. You don't want to get the pile falling down on you or anything.
Yeah, that.
Don't you mind the dogs? They're fine. They won't go back that far. You'll be all right.
I'll get my EMT kit just in case a pile of cars does fall down on us.
Okay. I just park over there. You're going to have to walk.
Cool. Again, park us there, Proctor.
Park. Yeah, well, park and we'll prepare for our journey towards the wheel.
Okay. You find the section he was talking about. It's got cars around a similar make as yours. Not the exact same model or anything. The wheel sizes seem to be all about the same. Does anybody know anything about cars? Anybody got a skill for cars?
I got mechanics.
Mechanics will work. Why don't you give me a roll on that? We'll call this is easy enough. DC 10.
All right. What is mechanics fall under? There. My brain is blinking.
Oh, here, let me look it up. Mechanics. Mechanics is mechanics. Intelligence.
Intelligence. Okay. All right.
Easy. You spot a couple of cars that'll fit the bill. That the tires look like they're pretty decent. They're not showing any metal. The treads might be a little low, but they seem to be intact. Probably need a little bit of air. So you see three that you point out. One of them is going to require someone to climb up this mound of cars. I guess it's the one on the top. It's about 4 cars up, and it's just kind of teetering there. And I do mean teetering. It's kind of moving back and forth a little bit. One of them is the bottom car in a pile of 3, and then the roof is crunched and everything's kind of splayed out, but the tires look like they're okay. The third one is just kind of sitting there. Nothing on top of it, nothing around it. It actually looks to be in fairly good shape until you start doing a little onesie, doing a little search around it. This is where I want you to make me a spot check. This is there's no skill for this. It's just add your wisdom bonus or a modifier if you've got a negative. So D20 plus your wisdom bonus or modifier.
I actually get a +3 to spot checks.
Okay, yeah, you might have a skill or not a skill, but a particular bonus.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. It is. This is like a really nice Mustang GT. You know, at first you're like, wow, why is this in the junkyard? The paint job is great. And then you come around to the driver's side, you can't help but notice the bullet holes that kind of start on the driver's side panel, go over the driver's side door, shattered a few windows, and down the other side, almost like it was an automatic weapon that just burst fired along the side of this thing. The driver's side like headrest is darkly stained with kind of a rust coloration to it. And the inside panels to all the doors have been ripped off. You see that someone had conveniently made little cutouts where packages could be fitted in the door frame.
Drugs.
But oddly
Yeah, the tires
enough,
in there.
the tires on this car, the rims actually match yours. Tires are probably a hell of a lot better than the ones you have on yours now, but it's the right size.
That one.
Yeah, let's pop that sucker off.
You root around. Sure enough, you see that there's like a small like garbage bin nearby, but it has tools in it. There's a little jack, a little floor jack. There's a nut wrench and a few other things. Who's doing it?
Is that going to be a mechanics roll again?
I just want to know who's doing it.
I'll do it.
All right,
Unless you want to.
I'll let you.
All right. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Is that right? Or is it the other way? Righty tighty, lefty loosey? Which one of these is that way?
Gil figures it out after a moment, pops the
I'm-
tire off.
Recording the whole thing.
Yeah.
Paying special attention to the car.
Something rattles around inside of the rim of the car. So, like, the tire itself is fully inflated, but something kind of shifts around inside of the tire.
Inside the tire itself.
Yeah.
I have a pocket knife. I cut the tire open.
You cut the tire open.
Yeah, what the hell?
There's something in here. It's got 3 more.
No, fair enough, I guess.
Make me a dex check.
Sure. And I just got, this is just rolling under my dex.
Under
is that
your
correct?
dex.
All right.
Yeah, under your dex.
My dexterity is an 11. And I got a 3.
Oh,
You
boy.
cut the tire open, and it's still pressurized. So there's a big burst of air that just
Mhm.
hits you in the face. And luckily, though, you don't pierce the well-wrapped plastic package. It's filled with a bunch of white powder.
Oh, wow. This could have been a great trip. Guys, I found cocaine. And I'll toss it up to Proctor.
All right. Yeah, I'll just keep this in my EMT kit in case we need to get wicked high off of this.
Don't have a shot of Narcan, I guess.
Well, I do, mercifully. So.
Unfortunately, you did destroy the tire that you needed, so you're going to have to take another tire off. After a bit, you get this done. Somewhere during this time, those of you not removing the tire notice that one of the dogs has come uncomfortably close to you and is kind of just low growling, staring right at Proctor.
Oh, it's a drug dog. Quick, give it the cocaine.
Good idea. This is either a good idea or a really bad one. I will toss the cocaine at the dog.
You toss the cocaine at the dog?
Not like lobbing it like a missile, but like, here you go.
Okay. The dog growls and leaps in the air like it's going after a frisbee and chomps down on that package and just savages it, moving its head back and forth, and the powder just goes everywhere. The dog drops to the ground, convulses, and dies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I was expecting.
Yeah. Just killed the junkyard dog.
I'm so sorry, dog.
If there's any convenience to it, the dog looks happy.
Good. I know well enough in how small towns like this work. I'll go ahead and put the dog in the trunk of the car.
Yeah, I will assist in this
Hide it in
endeavor.
another car, and they'll fight it
Oh.
eventually.
That's a good idea. If we hide it in this one, they'll suspect us. I'll go hide it in another car's trunk.
Okay.
Okay.
Pick up
yeah.
the body of the dog, and as you kind of step into the area that you're working, you get a mild shock as the dog's electric fence thing goes off. It just makes your fingers tingly a little bit. It scares you at first, then you realize what it is. You shove the dog's body into a car. Yeah, you got white powder all over your hands, and your hands are wet because the dog was bleeding everywhere. I think this is another drug check.
Oh no.
Okay.
Maybe a con check.
My con score is 7, and I rolled an 8.
Okay, you fail the con check. All right, I need to let's see here. No, that's improvised explosives. That's not quite what I want. All right. Okay, nice. Just note somewhere down on your paper that you are addicted to cocaine.
Okay. I'll add that to my skills, I suppose.
And roll me another D4.
Okay.
Wait, is this Chuck or Jake?
Oh, this is Chuck. This is Gil.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was both of us.
No, just Gil.
Okay.
3.
Okay. Okay. Well, for the next 3 hours, you're going to have 2 additional hit points, toughness
Nice.
of +1, and a -2 to all of your saves.
Okay.
You're feeling no pain. You're kind of numb, feeling good, feeling real good. Sudden burst of energy. Oh, yeah. That dog is chucked into the back of the car. You slam the lid down, and you got a tire. You've got a really nice tire
Got
that'll fit
a
under
great
your car.
tire. It's a fantastic tire. It's the best tire I've ever seen.
Do you got to change your clothes there, Gil?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay. Probably get changed.
I'll go
Kind
change.
of a mess.
Hawaiian shirt and cargo shorts.
Perfect.
Yeah, it hides blood really well.
Super well.
You guys have a tire. You go back. The old man's still working on his piece of art. It's a lewd piece. It's a very lewd piece.
Oh.
He comes out. He sees a tire. Says, "That's a good one." What did I say? 10%.
20.
20%.
Okay, 20%. All right. $10. $10.
I'll pay him $10.
You okay?
I'm great.
Your eyes
I'm
are-
fine.
Your eyes are kind of little two pinpoints of dots near you. Not like I've not seen that before.
His
$10. Your friend's not driving, is he?
no.
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 Oh, yeah, all right. You make your
Okay.
transaction. You got your tire. Well, while you're here with tools, I assume you go ahead and change out your donut.
Yes.
Perfect fit. It's a much nicer tire than the other ones you have, but there we go. You have a safer car now. Gil is blasted off his ass. What do you do next?
It's probably what is it close to evening time now or
Later afternoon. It's probably like
Later
5,
afternoon.
6 o'clock in the
Okay.
afternoon. Most of the stores probably still open. Like you saw lots of signs. Most places stay open till 7 or so.
we should probably I guess find a place to we should find Andy.
Yeah, let's try and see if he came back from his little smoke break / phone call that he's had.
Shit, we didn't even tell him or Cindy where to find us if he turned back up.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad about that. I'm just a bit weirded out by everything that's been going on, honestly.
It's a weird damn place, that's for sure. It's
Yeah,
gonna make
It's
for a great
crazy how
movie,
that
though.
dog just died like that.
I think it would be that cocaine, man.
I've never seen anybody chew 2 pounds of cocaine before, so I assume that's what would happen.
I've been around these things. Don't do that.
You drive through town. You do a little circle around the townhouse. There's no Andy to be seen. There's a few more people walking the streets. You see the barbershop's got a brisk business going on. There's a pawn shop. A few people are just kind of hanging out front smoking. General store, which you've already been through. But you don't see Andy anywhere.
Huh.
Maybe worth asking some of the locals if they've seen, anybody we're looking for at this point.
Well, I got a quick question, kind of related to why we originally came here. you guys knew Amanda a little bit better than me. Did she have any like a necklace that she favored, or any rings or anything? Because maybe we could stop in the pawn shop.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I will remind you, one of the things you found was that her grandmother lives here and has an address that was.
Oh, you could go meet the grandmother too.
Yeah, let's talk to her. Let's see if
did
she
we
has
get
any living relatives in town.
Did we get Gil changed out of his outfit?
Of course, he is now in a Hawaiian shirt and cargo pants, cargo
Yeah,
shorts, I think.
Cargo shorts.
Excellent.
Jorts.
Extra pockets.
Just wanted to make sure.
Hey, since you got all those extra pockets there, Gil, could you mind carrying around my sex doll?
I would be honored.
Thanks.
It's a $5 armadillo blow up style.
So make sure it's all nice and crumpled and stuff it in the pocket.
It looks like all those back pieces are like segmented and stuff. That's cool, man.
That ain't half of what was weird in that place.
Gil's
And
high
look-
as a kite, so the armadillo kind of turns its head in your hand and says, "Kill me, kill me."
I get my pocket knife out.
Wait, no. We need that later.
Oh,
Flotation device. In case of a water lane.
I would listen. It was asking for a favor. I was going to do it.
Well, if anybody else asks you to kill him, let me know.
Okay, sure.
All right, cool. Thanks. I've got fentanyl that'll help.
Well, that's an escalation.
So where to? You got a number of stores around. I mean, Andy
Grandma's
could have
house.
wandered into any one of them that was nearby.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yeah, we're
Well,
looking
we-
for Andy.
I'll pop into a different store and ask if anybody's seen him.
Okay. Let's see. The first one you pop into is Greeley's Pawn, a small pawn shop. A little bit of everything on the shelves: tools, jewelry, televisions, radios. There's also like a section of camping gear, hiking boots, clothing, all kinds of styles. A lot of modern, some older.
Hey, while you're asking about Andy, I'm going to go look at boots.
That's what I was thinking.
Mhm.
I'll go inspect boots, compare it to the picture, see if I can find matching tread.
Oh, nice. Okay, I tell you what. Make me a spot check.
Sure.
Remember, you're at disadvantage because you're high as a kite.
Yes. Yeah.
Proctor, do you want to talk to the staff? Because people like you more.
I'm thrilled that they do. Sure.
What attribute is Spot going at, or is it a specific?
It's
skill?
it's a D20 plus wisdom.
D20 plus wisdom.
Yeah,
Okay.
wisdom mod.
Okay. First one is an 11.
Okay.
Second one is a 19. So 11 it is.
Okay, 11's good enough. You find a set of like rain slick boots that are about the same size as the the treads you saw on there. The pattern doesn't quite match. The size is right though. They're kind of old, kind of 1950s old. The rubber's brittle, bright yellow. It's the only
Okay.
thing you found that is even close to the foot size though.
Okay. What size is
Uh,
that boot?
It's a size 13 boot.
Okay. All right. But the tread doesn't match. So,
Tread doesn't match.
all right. I'll put it back. Go meet up
Oh.
with the others.
Who's talking to Mr. Greeley, who is in tough negotiations with a kid that's got like an old iPod and like a one of those Zoom recording things that people used to use before cell phones became the thing to do it with, a small mixing board, and a little high-8 video camera. And he's like, "Oh, come on, you can do better than $100." He's like, "Kid, ain't nobody uses this stuff anymore." It's like, but it's got nostalgia value. Come on, 65. Can you do 70? $70. He's like, "Oh man, what's on the tape, kid?" And he puts the tape in there. He looks at it and goes, "Oh," gives him $100.
Hey, wait, what was on the tape?
I was
So that's what you
huh?
walk into. So who's going up to the counter?
I'll go up to the counter.
Okay. Yeah, what can I do for you, sir? Buying or selling?
Well, actually, we're looking for people, and also,
I don't
well,
deal in people.
well, we were thinking maybe one of them might have accidentally sold some of their goods here recently, and so if we could buy them back, that could be good.
Oh, he gets a big smile on his face. So what are you looking for?
Necklaces, rings, that sort of thing.
Well, yeah, he goes under the counter and pulls out like a little box. It's filled with like wedding rings, high school, the rings that you get for your last year in high school, just all kinds of rings and necklaces and bands. Like he's got like a box. It's just full of this, like hundreds of rings and bands and necklaces.
Oh boy, this is going to be quite a challenge, but I'm always up for one. You mind if I'll just stand off on this side of the counter here in case anybody else comes up, and I'll just
Sure.
start digging for what I want to buy.
Okay. As you're doing that, he's still watching this high 8 recording. It's nodding on. In the background, you kind of hear somebody saying, this house was built in the 1800s and supposedly it's haunted. It's now midnight. We're on the 3rd floor. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? He's kind of watching intently at the screen.
Dollar store Zach Baggins.
Yeah, there's a number of rings here. Different sizes, different shapes. A lot of class rings. In going through them, none of like you were told that there were no schools here in Bloodworth, and you're kind of finding that. Like you're finding
Am I
like
finding like out of
Leesburg
town?
and the places, Lewisburg and all kinds of high schools from all like adjoining areas around here.
Yeah, that's matching up with the idea of people just getting random cars and stuff too.
The earliest one you're seeing is like class of 67. The latest one being class of 99.
All right.
Buddy, calm down.
About how old is Amanda Stryker again?
She's in her 20s, 23.
Okay, so it wouldn't have been any of these then. Is there a box of necklaces also to dig through?
Yeah,
Something that may have
he just
belonged
kind of
to her?
puts it all in front of you.
Yeah.
He's like, this is all sterling silver. You want the good stuff? This is 14 karat here, 14 karat gold I got here. You looking for a wedding band? Got some wedding bands. He lays down a box of just wedding rings.
No, she wasn't married last I checked anyway. Although, just to be a good sport, I think you got something more like an engagement ring sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, he kind of pushes over a box to you. This is 14 karat. I got some 24 karat for my special customers. I deal in cash only, son, just so you know.
Understandable.
But yeah, he pulls out like a small box, opens it up, and there's, maybe 2 dozen engagement rings in there.
All right, let's see.
You looking for some diamonds? I mean, I got a good carat count on this one here.
Yeah, let me see that one, and I'll check it out.
Sure. While this is going on, Brett, you notice that there's a payphone on the wall here.
Okay.
And make me a spot check.
Sure thing. So this would be wisdom. And then that's going to be a +3 on that, so 4.
Yep. That's a failure. Now,
Yes.
Do you want to spend a survival point to re-roll that? Let's engage the system here.
Yeah, I'll spend a survival point.
Okay. Now you must take the result of the last roll, and a 1 on the skill check doesn't no particular bad thing. That's only combat that the crits matter on.
Okay. So I get to roll another wisdom check.
Yep, and then
add
reduce same score. Just
Reroll
reduce your
a lot.
survival points by 1. So yeah, you see the payphone.
All right.
Gil,
That's me.
you're holding this pair of rubber boots. You've decided the tread's not right.
Yeah, I'll put them back, match back up, go up, watch Proctor dig through rings.
Are there any other customers in this place or anything?
Just the one guy that was just handed a couple of 50s. He's kind of looking around the store before he leaves. Just the one young guy.
All right. Have I overheard anything that's on the VHS?
Yeah,
or on
you were overhearing, like, yeah, it sounds like it was some kind of ghost hunting documentary, perhaps.
Okay, I'll actually wander over to the counter, to the clerk. Yeah, excuse me, sir. Couldn't help but over
Just
here.
as you walk over, there's screams coming out of the camera.
Ooh.
And you see there's just a little bit of foam on the side of his mouth. He's like, yeah, you get him good. Oh, yeah, hey.
How much for the camera and the tape?
Don't know yet. Let me get to the end.
All right, man.
You want to
Otherwise,
turn
I'll
around.
pay you $100 right here.
Kind of turns it so you can see what's going on too. You see somebody with a camera is running. You see his friends in front of him running, and hear him just like gasping for breath. He's like, "They got Tyler! They got Tyler! Just an axe to the back of the head! Oh my god! Oh my god!" He turns around, and there's like this. It goes black, and then you see blood fall down the front of the camera lens. You hear the sound of like a watermelon like exploding. The camera just kind of flips around, and it just shows kind of the scene of a window open. Kind of, you get the idea that it's kind of an old house, and then there's a young man's face, kind of staring at the camera, eyes glazed over, and he's got an axe wound right in his forehead. His brains are just bleeding out of the floor. Shopkeeper looks at it, says, 200.
150.
150, but you give me 30 minutes to make a copy.
Done.
Right. Takes the machine over to his VHS, hooks up some cameras.
Puts it on the TV so we can all watch it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, for the lot. And he kind of just points to the stuff that was left behind. So like there's a voice recorder, like a really old iPod.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So everybody kind of just surround the counter now. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm just waiting for him to make that copy, and then I'll. You said there was a Zune.
Yeah.
Are there headphones or anything?
No headphones,
Okay.
but it's got a speaker built into it.
Okay. All right. So I'm just kind of going through what's all on it, seeing if there's anything besides music on here.
There's music, but it's all like roll music. So apparently this was a group called the Ghost Facers, and they did a podcast, and they were just getting into streaming video of their excursions. And apparently he just started a narration about coming down to the Hollow, and they were going to check out the old Long Rest Hotel that's got a tradition of being haunted. Introducing his there are three more of them, introducing the rest of his crew, and then there's like music bites, there's stinger reels, that sort of thing.
Okay. Is that the same hotel that's like right over yonder?
You asked the guy behind the table.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Long Rest. Yeah, it's all boarded up now.
Wow, that must have been quite the stir when found a dead body or something, huh?
Ain't nobody found any dead bodies. This is all staged, I'm sure. It's got great cinematics, though. The guy really had an eye for framing a shot.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's some good special effects work there.
Yeah, you know these kids, they can do all that who's and what's it with the computers these days.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, yeah, we'll definitely take that. Money well spent.
Yep. A few minutes later, he gives you the recorder and the tape.
Great.
I believe we said 150.
Yes, we did. No, hand him over.
Do you have 150?
I do.
Okay.
Starting to run low, but
all right. Yeah, he gives you all the gear. And gives you a nice little box from the grocery store. Puts your gear in it, wraps it all up in newspaper, and here you go.
Awesome.
Now, is there anything else I can do for you? You didn't come into my store just for this.
Well, we were also looking for a friend of ours. He was supposed to meet us, like over there at the courthouse building, civic center, whatever. I don't know what you folks call it here. Guy by the name of Andy, kind of balding older guy. Looks like he'd be real annoying to talk to.
Yeah. He came and got some change for the payphone.
Oh, did he? Okay, cool. Do you know where he went after that, or?
He asked me for some directions.
Oh, where do you ask for directions to?
It's one of the old Hooper family out to the east of here, the trailer parks.
Okay.
He said, I can't. Hold on a minute. And he goes,
Sure.
comes back after a minute, gives you an address.
All right. Is that can I get those same directions?
No, he gives it to you.
Okay,
So
cool,
that
cool.
matches Amanda Strecker's grandmother. It
Oh,
matches the.
okay.
Yeah. So you just go out here to the east. Can't miss it. A big trailer park area. It's kind of nice, kind of depressing at the same time. I get a lot of customers from over there.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll check out your payphone. I haven't seen one in years.
That's what we got around here. Cell phones aren't too reliable. They keep talking about putting in that new 3G tower. Just nobody gets the money for it, and it just never happened.
Yeah.
I think you city folks are up to what 5, 6, 10G now. We're a little
Something
behind.
like that. Yeah. That's fair. Well, I'm gonna go take a look at that. Hey, and another quick question: is there any place to stay around here?
Oh yeah. There's a hotel. GM's got to look it up. Give me a second. The Taste of Bloodworth, small local hotel. Got a cafe in it. It's got some really good coffee. It's roasted in this area. I hear they feed the coffee nuts to the pigs, and pigs crap it out, and then it does something to the chemistry. Real good.
Oh, that's lovely. I'll be sure to check that out. Yeah, I'm gonna just take a look at that payphone.
Okay.
Go wandering away to look. At
You
the payphone.
wander to the payphone, and what you missed before is this wallet laying on the ground, just under the payphone, a little bit like somebody dropped it and might have kicked it a little bit. So it's just underneath this partition that's kind of blocking off give you a little bit of privacy, right? So there's privacy shields.
Okay.
They go from the top down to the bottom. It's a wallet that's just been lightly kicked under.
All right. I look kind of back over at the counter. Is the guy looking at me or anything?
Not at all.
And I'm gonna duck down and grab the wallet. And
Okay.
Just put it in my pocket for right now.
Sounds good. Yeah, old style payphone.
Cool. That's vintage. Nice.
Has anyone got any change?
Just got 100 on me.
I will run back in real quick.
You're still in the store. The payphone's in the store.
Oh, payphone's in the store. Okay, I'll go up to the counter and I'll
Mhm.
break some change, get some quarters.
Yep.
And I'll put it in the payphone. I'll hit *69.
Okay.
Let's see who it calls. If it does that work?
You do
on
that,
payphone?
and you hear the smacking of bubble gum. Operator, who can I connect you to?
Yeah. Hey, I'm at the payphone, and my friend Andy just was using the payphone, and I'm trying to figure out where he went because he didn't tell us before he wandered off. Did someone named Andy just call and try to get connected to someone? You know?
Oh, well, there's an out-of-towner. I mean, I can always tell by how you all talk. Like, you're obviously an out-of-towner yourself. Well, you got a nice voice, though.
Thank you.
How old are you?
At least 30, I think.
Well, you're a little old for me. But I tell you what, this nice, smooth-talking person who said he was a G-man called a little bit ago looking for a phone number, and I gave it to him.
What phone number did you give?
Sylvia Hooper gives you the phone number.
Sure. Very.
And I asked if he wanted to be connected directly, and he just hung up on me. Really rude. It's a shame. He had a really nice voice, calm manner to him. Bet he had nice hands.
And he does. Yes, he does. All right. Well, thank you for that number. You have a great day.
You welcome. You hear the smacking of bubble gum again. When you hang up the receiver, though, you hear that chunk, 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 chunk as quarters start hitting the coin return.
Okay.
And there's just a couple bucks in there. Like someone was about to make another call and didn't go through. Your call triggered the return and get a couple bucks and quarters.
I pull those couple bucks and quarters out and pocket those so I can return them to Andy. Is there a phone book here?
There is not. Also, why don't all of you guys make me an intelligence check? Well, I don't know. Is Proctor there? Are you around the phone when all this is happening?
I was still digging through rings.
Okay, still digging through rings. So the two of you then, Brett and Gil, make me intelligence checks unless you have a skill for, well, I don't know, some kind of knowledge for old-timey things like this payphone.
Let's see.
Electronics?
Yeah, I'll take that. You can make the skill roll.
Yeah, the only thing I got is history general, but I don't think that would apply.
No, that's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, general history will work. If you had nothing, it'd just be an intelligence check.
Sure. Oh, I put the +3 in. Hang on.
Yeah, no plus. Just put in the number. There we go.
Oh, and I got a 6.
You got nothing.
Right.
You got nothing.
Yeah.
Let me do this here. Yeah,
12 is good enough. Yeah, Brett, there's like 250 in quarters. From what you know about these machines, that would have been a long distance call he was trying to make.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. All right. He's trying to make a long distance call.
Why would he be doing that?
I don't know.
Does the payphone have like the little plate with the label in it with the payphone's actual phone number?
Yes, sure does.
Does
555-55-55.
Does the phone number I got for this Sylvia lady, does it kind of match that?
Yeah. The first three numbers are the same.
Okay. Well, I don't think he was calling her.
Interesting. And according to the clerk, Andy asked for directions out to Sylvia's place and headed out that way on foot.
Well, he didn't say anything about heading out. He just said ask for
that's
directions. And that's he didn't
Ask for
keep track
directions,
of
yeah.
it. Yeah. Assume the guy left.
Yeah.
Well,
you want to head that way? Maybe set off on foot?
I don't think I like the idea of setting off on foot, but I'm great with heading that way.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. We'll take the car. We should be able to catch him.
Yeah. Okay. Let's make
Also,
like a
it looks
tree.
like Proctor needs to be rescued because he's floundering in jewelry over there. If we don't stop him soon.
Proctor, since you haven't said anything, go ahead and make me an intelligence check.
All right.
Just a straight intelligence check.
Ooh, my inmod's decent. Not that decent.
Okay. No, that's good. You're trying to roll under.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's a great score. You remember Andy telling you that last census that was done here, there's a population 400. You've only seen a few people here and there while you've been in town. So that population you're thinking might have shrank. But even so, the number of rings and jewelry that you're seeing here is way out of proportion to how many people should be living in this town.
Yeah. I'll try and pick out what seems to be the cheapest ring, or the cheapest ring. Maybe
yeah, cheapest rings, costume jewelry, a couple bucks.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
One of them's got like sterling silver, $20 tops on that one. But you can get a handful of like costume jewelry for like $20.
For $20, for you know what? I'll take some of the junk off of his hands for $20.
Okay. There you go. You've heard of precious and semi-precious stones. What you just bought yourself here is what's called no precious.
Yeah. It's what's called plastic stones.
I mean, they look nice.
Yeah.
You know, some of them actually look even theatrical, you would think. Like stage jewelry. Gaudy, but looks good from a distance. Yeah, throw down a 20 spot. He's involved watching his VHS that he just recorded off of the, the Super 8 camera.
I do double check the camera to make sure that I still have the
You do.
original.
Yep,
Okay.
still there.
All right. Guess we should get going then. See if we can catch up to Andy.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Gil, it's been
Agreed.
about an hour. So before your 2 drugs wearing off, it's been an hour towards that.
Okay, cool.
Hop in the car. Who's driving? Not that it matters much. You've got a perfectly good working car now, I'm sure.
Not me.
No, get some more hours behind the wheel.
All right, Proctor.
I'm going to watch this tape.
Oh, okay. You watch the tape. You have some. I assume you have some knowledge in filmmaking. Or
I
in
do.
Make me a roll against that.
All right. It
Hire
just says
you more
you'll set
information.
the DC.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay. Just like intelligence.
Well, you have the skill, right? Oh, it is an intelligence check or intelligence mod for it.
It's not like a skill per se. It's just I know a lot of stuff about film.
Oh, you don't actually have a knowledge like film.
Oh, I do have a knowledge. That
Yeah.
knowledge film is +6. According
Okay,
to
why
this.
don't you redo that and add that to it?
Okay,
So you get your intelligence mod, you get your +6 to it.
sure.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dang.
All right, so no critical failures on non-fighty type of rolls. Do you
Mhm.
want to re-roll that, or do you want to keep it?
Yeah, I'll re-roll it. I'll spend
All
another
right, spend
survival
another
point.
survival point. That's much better. All right, you know all. Okay, so if these were special effects, they were done in situ. There is no cuts on this tape. You are absolutely sure of it. And just to make sure, you even take the tape out to look if there were a splicing done. It was all done in one take. So if they put in special effects, it had to have been done live. You don't think they're special effects.
Okay.
Yeah, Proctor, if you're sitting there while you're driving, so you wouldn't necessarily see.
Oh, I don't know. I might be like, hey, check it out. And I'll show it to Gil. And...
Well, Proctor will confirm that a savage head wound like that and the gray matter that's coming out would match what he would expect to see from such a wound.
Either they really know their stuff and they're really good at implementing it live, or knowing their stuff and implementing it live isn't really connected.
Yep. The other thing you pick out is that it is time stamped. So you go back, rewind it. This was about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Same time of year. Actually, same month as it is now. 2 years.
Hey, Proctor, you got anything that would identify like trace of blood or something? Blood got splashed on like the lens and stuff on the camera. I don't know if.
No, that would be outside of my wheelhouse, I'm afraid.
All right, it was worth a shot.
Proctor, you drive over to Rose Valley Trailer Park, which is the directions you've been given. It's in a valley. It's just across a small creek from Bloodworth Hollow as a whole. There's dozens of trailers here, varying conditions, some dilapidated, some quite nice, some looking new. There's a kind of a central area, like one of these, they've got a big roof, but not really a few walls. It looks like there's a central area for everybody that lives here, for a laundromat. There's even some small shops inside of this kind of open air pavilion sort of thing. You see there's a smoke shop, an old style video store, like VHS. But you drive to trailer. It's one of the more dilapidated looking ones. Kind of looking at how this is set up, you think this is probably one of the older trailers that's set up here, because the newer, nicer ones are kind of towards the front, the dilapidated ones are towards the back. This one's got kind of a much larger yard. It's got a fenced-in yard in the back. You can see there's a huge tree. There's no cars parked out front. The nearest trailer is quite a distance away from it. So this is kind of a lonely little trailer out in the back. As you park the car, the backyard seems to be a little overgrown. There's like a lot of weeds everywhere. Mailbox is bursting with mail. Some of it's laying on the ground.
Looks like Grandma Hooper is having a hard time getting around, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a very friendly way to interpret that.
Yep. Thinking
Curtains
positive.
are drawn. Don't see any lights on.
Well, shall we go look?
Sure.
Sure. What's going to be our cover story? Or are we just
Uh,
looking for Amanda?
We're just looking for Amanda
Yeah.
Or Andy?
or Andy.
Hey, we didn't see him on the way here.
I kept an eye open for him, and I didn't see him. I didn't keep a real good eye open for him, though.
What all did you see on the way here?
Well, the clouds were moving in a real weird way, and I swear there was a snake up there. But after that, I noticed that the trees, they all had hands, green hands instead of leaves, and they were all waving. It was very nice of them.
Very
You know-
friendly.
One day, I hope we invent a camera that can just record people's dreams and play them back for everyone else to watch.
That could be amazing and terrifying.
Yes.
Yes.
You
So-
start composing the email. Dear Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Please install dream cameras into apes. Thank you.
Dear future creator of Wayland Yutani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to the front door. Again, you don't see anything in the windows. The drapes are closed, but as you get closer, you kind of hear some old timey music in the background. Kind of some swing music, just a clarinet, little trumpet.
First thing I want to look for is seeing the windows and whatnot. Are there flies?
Oh, see, how do you want to figure that out? So the windows have drapes on the inside, so you can't really see on the inside, but you just kind of want
Yeah.
to see if there's flies stuck to the windows.
Yeah, like just swarming inside the window between the drapes and the glass.
Sure. I'm not going to ask for a spot for that. You take a look, and good thought, Chuck.
Yeah.
But some of the windows are actually have a little bit of a gap.
So they would have gotten
And
out
so
if there were.
If there
Yeah.
were swarms like that. But it's also enough of a gap that you can take a good whiff. You don't smell anything rotting.
Okay.
You do smell a really strong scent of ammonia, though.
Meth. This is an interesting session.
All right. So
We'll take next.
no lighters. Got it.
I do want to state that Bloody Appalachia has a mature warning on it. It's yeah.
Does?
Yeah, it does. Yes.
Okay.
Know, from that video, I would not have expected that.
I'll point out to the others on that, like, no sign of flies, but it does smell like ammonia.
It could be a
And
lot of
let's
things.
knock on a door.
You knock on the door. There is no answer from the inside, but you can hear the music playing, and then it pauses for a moment, and then it starts playing again, the same tune.
Hmm.
I wonder if they've got the record where once it finishes, it automatically starts back up again.
Maybe?
I'll
knock
Jiggle
louder?
the door. Oh, yes, I'll knock louder before breaking and entering. That is a good.
You
idea.
knock real loud, and again, as I described it, she doesn't have any neighbors really close to her. There's some trees and some shrubs kind of blocking you from the nearest neighbors. It's actually a really nice plot, but it hasn't been upkept. Lawn
Okay.
hasn't been mowed in a while, but when I say not in a while, I mean like in a few weeks.
Okay.
Not
Oh.
years.
I don't think yelling health inspectors is going to get them to open up either.
Well, if there's no neighbors looking around, how about before we break and enter, let's go take a look at the mail and see how
Can I-
long it's been. Because they could have prepaid some kid in the neighborhood or something to
Yeah.
keep the grass kept. So let's go take a look and see what's in the mailbox and how old
Mailbox
it might be.
is bursting with things like, oh, the Social Security Administration wants you to enroll in the new healthcare program. Oh, the AARP wants you to join this. It is so much junk mail. But there
Anything
are a few
from the
bills in there.
NRA.
Of course.
Oh.
Oh, crap. I'll have a firearms digest. Be warned.
Yeah, so all kinds of just junk mail, but there are a couple of bills in there. One of them is the lot payment for her trailer.
Okay.
You can, if you want to open it, it's not pink. Pink usually means it's overdue.
Yeah, I'll open it up.
Yes, Oak, I am looking at my own pile of messages from the AARP and the "you're an old person, buy my stuff" mail for inspiration. You are absolutely correct. You open it up. So it's got a date of about 2 weeks ago. It does note that after 30 days, it will go to collections, but not currently overdue.
Okay. Well,
How long ago did Amanda kind of go missing that we're aware of?
You're not exactly sure. I mean, she's been out of touch for several months, like over the entirety of the summer and the first couple of weeks of the school year.
All right.
I get my EMT kit and also my knife, just in case.
Just in case. All right. Yep. But yeah, no outstanding bills at all. Just the most recent bills.
Okay. Well, why don't we walk the perimeter and see if there's any windows open that we can look into?
Well, there's several
Sure.
windows that are like cracked. But
Yeah.
all the shades are down. But you can easily lift a window and look in if you want to.
What do you guys think? In the front door, in the back door, or peek in through a window first?
Peek in through a window first.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. I will actually. That camera you've got.
Yeah.
Does the view screen swivel on it?
Yes.
Okay. I vote we tie that to a stick and hold that in through the window and look at it from below.
That way we just look like pervs. Okay.
It's better
Also,
than
we
getting
won't get our
shot.
asses shot. Yeah.
It is better than getting shot or getting hit
is.
in the head with something.
I
like
noticed
this
those
idea.
NRA notes in there, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
Fair.
You see a room that's clean, but the wallpaper, while like really nice print, kind of like old Victorian style print, is kind of peeling and yellowed. You see the record player. It's actually a really nice record player. It's got quadraphonic speakers, and it's in a nice little rack. But record just replays. Needle goes back and replays. There is an old style television set with the no remote control. You got to change the dials up front. It's not on. And you do see what the ammonia is coming from. There are several litter boxes that have not been attended to in a while.
Are there cats moving around in there?
You don't see any cats moving around. You don't see any dead bodies or anything like that at all. And now that you're closer to the window and kind of standing there for a bit, you also get kind of the smell of like what is lavender. Like there's and you can see like bowls of potpourri just kind of set out.
Okay.
so
Is there another window that's open that we can check? Maybe get a...
Let's say you get a good look around. There's a large area that's kind of the living room. You can see the kitchen. It looks like there's 2 bedrooms in there, but those windows are closed. But you don't see anyone moving around at all. You do notice the back door has a cat door on it.
there you go. All right. Well, let's try and make our way in here, just in case some shenanigans are afoot. Let's not just kick it open.
Yeah.
On the plus side, there's no cell service, so if they need to call the sheriff, it's going to be a bit.
That's a good point. There's no cell service. Let's see where the phone hookup is to the...
You see the phone hookup?
And let's unhook it.
Yeah. Just take a knife and cut the wire.
Yeah.
Gil, you said that in a way that makes me think you've done something like that before.
Sometimes investigative journalism requires a certain set of skills.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Let's get in here. All right. Try
How do you
back
get
door or front door?
Back door.
Okay. Back door, you have to hop a little fence. It's not big. It's like a 4-foot wooden fence. You can easily just roll over it. It's not a big deal. There is no gate, so like it wasn't meant to be approached in any other way except through the house.
Sure.
But it's not difficult. Get to the back door. Cat door, as I said, too small for any of you to get through, of course, but the back door is open. It is unlocked. Everybody make me some spot rolls now that you're back here.
Sure.
Yeah. That is just
Wisdom check
or-
plus a d20. And if you happen to have a bonus to spot or listen check, some of you get it through class.
Yep.
No.
And I've got disadvantage on that.
Yeah.
You said wisdom?
It's a wisdom, whatever your wisdom modifier is,
All
and
right.
you have disadvantage.
First one's a 16. The second one is an 11. So I get an 11.
Okay. Anybody that made a 10 or better. As I said, the grass has got a couple of weeks of growth, but it doesn't look too unkempt back here. There's a huge tree that's growing in the back. The tree looks old. It's an old oak tree. Just by the looks of it, it's been around a long time. Go ahead.
Backyard mode?
No, but again, it's only been looks like a couple of weeks of growth,
Okay.
not
Okay.
jungle. The thing that you notice though is it looks like there's a ringed off area of like paver stones, like somebody was putting in a new garden. The earth is fairly freshly turned. It looks like the grass might have got seeded in there because you've got like new grass just starting to grow up through this turned over earth.
We're going to need to find a shovel, aren't we?
I believe so.
There is a very small. You guys ever see one of these outdoor buildings that are meant to hold like just tools, like a
Mhm.
very small shed? So there's a small shed out here. There's a padlock on it though.
Okay. Well, let's check out inside and then we'll worry about that.
Open the door. That full ammonia smell of cat bins that haven't been attended to in a very long time hits you. But then just under it is that smell of potpourri and lavender, which is kind of sickening, actually,
Yeah.
on top of the ammonia. And then the record's playing. It's actually playing "Stompin' at the Savoy," an old swing tune playing over and over and over on this single piece of vinyl.
I'll go lift the needle off that.
Okay. Then you just hear the hum of an amplifier turned up.
Okay.
In the living room, there's a bunch of mail that's been neatly sorted. Like there's a small table and a small wooden chair, and there's a bunch of mail that's been opened and sorted. You can see she's got one of these 3-tier kind of like in, out, and pending sort of things going on. Who's going through that?
I suppose I could go through the mail.
Okay, you're the perfect person for this. And most of the mail is medical billing. You know the codes being an EMT, you're looking through it. She had cancer, a really progressive kind of cancer. The prognosis didn't look good, and the bills were incredible.
Well, that sucks. Or maybe she was horrible. Who knows? I don't know.
Gil, do we want to poke in these bedrooms here and just?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'll back you up.
First
Fair
one
enough.
you come to, very different from the outside. Like there's none of that Victorian wallpaper. The walls are actually just plastered with heavy metal posters from various bands. Most of them like Swedish death metal and black metal. You see the bed's unmade. There's clothing all over the place, including like a leather jacket. This looks like a teenage male's room. Smells like it too.
Oh.
Scratch
Combined
and
with the
Smith-
lavender
Scratch and Smith jockstrap smell. Yeah.
combined with the lavender potpourri and the cat urine smell, this is.
Having a teenager, any food remains?
Wrappers everywhere. He had a penchant for barbecue.
Checking those food containers, how gone are they? Like, is this relatively fresh or
weeks old?
weeks?
Yeah, enough so that the food has stopped smelling and is just dry and crusty.
Okay.
Picturing
You
Gil
also
just
see
licking a
several
wrapper.
butterfly knives just laying around. Some of the flea market throwing stars, stuff like that, just kind of hanging
Normal
around.
teenage boys room. I will take a butterfly knife.
Yeah, I'll take a butterfly knife and some ninja stars because
You never know.
I need props.
Yeah. All right. Next room.
Next room is very nice appointed. It is a 4-poster bed that's got like the mosquito netting that comes down. There's all this lace. It's all old though. She was probably a smoker, you think, Proctor, because everything's stained yellow.
Which makes sense.
Yep. Well kept, very clean. There's a little layer of dust everywhere. On the nightstand is by now a very cold cup of tea and all kinds of pills everywhere. Proctor will immediately tell you, yeah, this is what you get when you're in late stage cancer and they're just trying to make your life a little less painful.
Okay.
How full are these? Like, are there any that are just like full?
That's I'll just give this to you since you asked specifically like that, Jake. There are empty bottles in the trash can from months ago. There are newer prescriptions or resupply. They must just be auto sending to her. She hasn't taken any of them.
I'll take a thing of pain meds then, just in case.
Yeah, Darvon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the lavender smell stronger in any of these rooms or anything?
Oh, it's
or?
definitely stronger in this room.
Okay.
But you know what it's coming from. There are little bowls of just dried potpourri everywhere, and just lavender is the overriding scent that's coming out of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, saw this in a movie once. I'm gonna lift up the mattress.
You're gonna lift up the mattress.
Yeah.
You find her marital aid.
Oh. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but I saw this movie where they had a dead hooker in a bed, so I want to make sure.
That's the closest she's got.
Actually, wait a minute. I'll raise it up and I'll grab that thing.
It's larger than your arm.
That may be, then I've got a club. It's intimidating on multiple factors.
Depending on the battery life, that may be the equivalent of a dead hooker right there.
Bad dragon.
This episode brought to you by. And you said this lady's last name was Cooper?
Hooper.
Hooper.
One of the two prominent families in the area.
Okay.
She doesn't appear to have been here in a while.
It's what I'm getting.
Are there like drawers and like dressers?
Of course.
And stuff? Maybe toss the drawers and stuff. See if we can find a key to that shed.
All right. If you guys are going to actually search the room, go ahead and give me spot rolls.
Sure.
I'll give you the basics, but if you do particularly well, you might find some hidden stuff. You are still at disadvantage, Gil.
That is absolutely fine. Ooh, 7. That hurts. 9. I'm very distracted by the size of that thing under the mattress.
Okay, so 7 for Gil. Gil, you're going through the drawers, and there's just like, appropriate grandma kind of attire,
Sure.
Granny panties, and, just what you would
I
expect.
knew it was coming.
No big deal.
Yeah.
You're looking through, jars of all kinds of ointments and unguents and various other things. What did you get, John?
I got a 19.
You got a 19. You're finding actually some really high-end makeup. So you open one drawer, and it's just kind of hidden in the clothing is this nice wood box. You pull it open, and it's like a professional makeup kit, but from 40, 50 years ago.
Okay.
Jake, what did you get?
7.
Okay, you are also finding what you expect. You do find the ring of keys. It was actually just in a piece of of ceramic. Just collecting various things. You find keys in there. Uh, maybe your shed key is in there. The other thing that Brett finds as you're going through here is a old photo album.
Oh,
That's good. That was going to be one of the
Yeah.
next things I was going to look for. So,
let's gather round, kids. Time for
Yeah.
looking at the photo album.
so I think I know this. You said this was a trailer?
Trailer.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Going through the photo albums, it seems that she used to be a model of sorts. You see old black and white photos of her posing on like the sports cars of the era, very tight shirts and stilettoed heeled sort of things. Very good looking woman. And she's like actually got pictures of her posing with John Wayne and some other very noted.
I pull out the marital
actors.
aid and I look at it with some respect, and I'm like, "You've lived quite a life, my friend."
Newest pictures are, you assume, family. There's like old 70s pictures of gathering, having Thanksgiving dinner. And these were all in a much nicer house, by the way. And then more recently, you see photographs of the trailer. A young man, and this one was just like 10 years ago. There's a birthday party of a sullen looking young man who's got, half his head is shaved, his hair is dyed black. It's dyed because you see the blonde roots. He's got mascara on and the black painted fingernails. You do actually find one picture of your friend in all this, Amanda. This must have been right before she was going away to college. She must have came here for a visit. She looks decidedly uncomfortable.
So, how old was the younger man in comparison to?
So-
because this would have been the grandmother, right? So,
Yeah. So the young man, this picture was taken 10 years ago. Looks like he's maybe 15, 16 in that picture. So he's in his 20s now.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Maybe it's... Huh.
But you have
Get a
keys.
lodger.
Yep. Well, yeah, let's go check out that shed. Hopefully there's a key for it on here.
Yeah. You find the right key, you pop it open. There's what you would expect. There's some weeding devices, shovels, hose. There's some long hose. There's some dead rats in here. You can see that there's rat bait out.
Quick question, actually, something that we probably would have noticed coming in. Was there a car?
There was
or a
not
vehicle of any
no
kind?
no vehicle parked out here. There is a carport, like one of the open, just
okay.
the roof, but there was no car.
I just thought of something. I do want to head back into the house real quick.
Okay.
And just give it a once over. Looking for boots.
Looking for boots. Okay. Make me a spot check, Chuck.
Sure.
Sorry.
Sure, no, that's fine. I'm not gonna get it. That's 7 and 17, so 7.
You find plenty of tennis shoes. Apparently, the young male was partial to Chuck Taylors. They're all kinds of colors. Some of them were tie-dyed. All of them were just beaten to hell, well used. She preferred more elegant shoes, and she had a whole closet full of shoes. But you don't find boots anywhere. You do find rain boots, but
Okay.
you think they're probably hers, as they're like size 6.
There, okay. Cool.
Hey, Gil,
Yeah.
while you're in there, can you check the fridge?
I'll go check the fridge.
Okay.
Older things.
There's an expired gallon of milk. There are several more medications that need to be refrigerated, untouched, unopened. Several cases of Miller Lite.
I'll take a case.
You just gonna start cracking a cold one right now?
No, I'll bring it back to the car.
And lots
Okay.
of
Yeah,
containers of takeout from various places in town. Lots of barbecue.
Okay. All of it is
It's
at least
refrigerated.
a couple weeks
So it's-
old.
Yeah, a couple weeks old, but still not. It's still fine.
Okay.
Nothing's rotted.
Okay. Yeah,
You got
I'll just
power
take
in
a-
the
Fine,
house.
it's just rotting.
Just smells
Yeah.
a little pissy, that's
Yeah.
all.
Refrigerator's working. There's power in the house. Just nothing was on other than the record player.
Sure. Yeah, I'll just take
Okay.
a case of beer. Glad I didn't find any fingers or anything in there.
So in the shed, as suspected, all the tools look like they were immaculately kept. Very clean. There's not a sign of grime on anything except a shovel. A sharp edge shovel that was just kind of thrown towards the back. It still has mud on it. It's all crusted and caked over.
All right, well, let's take that and dig up that patch of earth then.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's digging?
I'll
guess
record for posterity.
Yeah, I guess I'll do the digging.
I like that. I'm spindly.
Glad we brought you along, Proctor.
Yeah, well, what do you got down?
Okay. Fair enough. In which case, you dig. It doesn't take long, and I would like everybody to make me a courage check, please. Remember, Gil, you're actually no, your cocaine is helping you on this. I think I'll give you a bonus to
Yeah. Well, and actually, yeah. Because of my class, I've got advantage on courage to begin with. So, and courage is a what skill?
It's a save.
Yep.
Oh, it's just save.
Mhm.
Okay. And that's a flat D20.
Well, no, you actually, I guess it's not programmed on here. Yeah, you want to roll under the number you have in courage.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Oh my!
That
courage
is not a
2.
success.
Yeah, that's a big old fail.
I got a 13.
Okay.
I did not know. I need to roll under a 2. So
Yeah,
That seems very steep.
Yep. Let me just check this real quick. Just want to make sure I'm doing this right.
Sure.
Yeah, it is. It's that number or lower. Okay, so you all failed, I take it.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay. Everybody roll me a d10.
Oh boy!
And I'm just going to start with John. So tell me your result when you get it.
I got a 4.
You got a 4. Well, what you see is the body of who you guess was who you're looking for, an old woman dressed in a beautiful gown. Like it would have been, the slinky black dress sort of thing. Jewelry on her hands, her wrist, around her neck, which there's a big gaping slash across her throat. You run.
Yep.
You just do the and run.
Like, "Ah!"
Yeah. Chuck, how did Gil do?
2.
2. Yeah, you just start screaming.
Okay.
Yeah, you're -1 to all attacks and skill checks for just a few rounds. So you just
Okay.
sit there. Ah! And
Sure.
Jake, how did you do?
3.
A 3. You also start screaming, but you hide behind Gil as you're screaming.
I go and dive into the car.
Yeah, there you go. You run through the house and into the car. This just lasts for a few rounds before you gather yourself together. And yes, there's the body of the woman you were looking for, throat cut, dressed to the nines in the garden.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Nope, far from okay.
Yeah. I'm heading
yeah,
back to the hatchback.
I can't. Should we dig and see if we can find the body of the other guy? Because if it's not there, he's probably a likely suspect.
Yeah. Well,
Also, where the fuck is Andy?
the good news is he's not in the hole.
So far.
Well, if there was another hole around here, we'd know it from the height of the grass.
Wait. Proctor, you're an EMT.
Oh,
How long
God.
has she been dead?
Yeah,
A
make me a
while.
knowledge check.
Wow.
Knowledge medical or even first aid, whichever's better for you.
Oh, God. Yeah, first aid +4.
Sure. Okay. Hard to tell because she's been buried, but assuming it hasn't rained or had any huge weather effects, it would have made a difference. A couple weeks.
Okay. So not in good shape either.
Now, to do this, you got to kind of manipulate the body. You're kind of taking a look at the wound, looking at a few things. Make me a spot check.
Okay. Now, with this count, let's see, wisdom.
Yeah, just wisdom. D20 plus wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, an
I guess
18.
so.
Nice. Yeah, this one's against a DC. It's so you again. She's wearing this slinky black dress, which doesn't quite fit her. She's a little bit larger from when she probably would normally have worn this, so it's very snug to her. You notice that there is one of these long ceramic cigarette holders. There's a brand new pack of Virginia Slims in here. She's wearing her wedding band and her engagement band and just really nice jewelry. Actually, since you just look at jewelry, Proctor, as the guy was, this is not fake. I mean, she's wearing like 14 and 24 karat gold on some of these. She was buried in like to the nines. You find also, though, there's like a small note that's partially burned. It's in her left hand.
I will use my knife to try to claw her fingers open. And
You can pull it out.
okay.
The fire has ruined most of the top portion of the letter. The only thing that's really left is like the postscript at the very bottom. And it just says, "May you grow into your daddy's boots."
Boots.
Did we see a picture of the husband in the photo album?
Mm-mm.
It would be nice to look at that photo album and see if there's a picture of her in this matching outfit.
Good thought. Go back in the house and get the photo album. Yeah.
Was any of the mail there for anyone other than her?
No, just
Okay.
her. There is this black and white photo of her in that dress, leaning over, showing just a huge amount of cleavage with that same cigarette holder. Next to her is Katharine Hepburn, very young Katharine Hepburn, and it looks to be like a very chic restaurant in the back. You can see like some Sinatra, you think, is walking by in the background.
No.
That's impressive. But okay.
But yeah, she's wearing exactly what she's wearing now in this grave.
Okay.
Back in the hatchback, I want to go through those records that Gil took for himself. And I want to see if there's like any sort of marriage record regarding Sylvia. Like, is Hooper her actual last name, or was she married into it?
Okay. She's married. So you have all of her birth records and everything were in there. It's Amanda's that we're missing. Yes, she married into the Hooper family. Strangely enough, though, you can't read her husband's name. It's just like it's like a photograph, not a photograph, excuse me, like a mimeograph of the original, and there just happens to be a wrinkle right where the father's name is.
Dang.
Should we keep digging? You think there's another body in there?
Well,
Or you think
I
the kid
mean,
did it. Or the young guy did it.
I don't know if he did it, but
I mean, because there's no vehicle here. There's a car part. Somebody dressed her up, I'm guessing, after the fact. Because it doesn't look like there's any blood itself on the dress, right?
Well,
Hard to tell. I'm
there's
sure.
blood all in the soil around her. She's got
Okay.
a black dress, but it's hard to tell. But actually, Proctor, being an EMT, why don't you make me? Anybody can do it. Make me a first aid check.
Wisdom +4 here on my part. That'd be-
Oh, nice. 17. All right, the 17 there. Who rolled that?
I did.
You did? Okay, that's perfect. She was likely killed in the hole. I mean,
Oh,
you can see
wow.
all the
Okay.
blood everywhere. The depth of
Okay.
the depth of the knife cut, she would have bled out near instantly.
I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
ritualistic sacrifice.
It maybe.
She got dressed up in her favorite outfit from a fond memory.
I got mythology and religion. As a
Proctor,
knowledge skill.
along that line of reasoning, Proctor could tell you she definitely did not cut her own throat. There's no
Yeah.
way. There's no way.
But someone else could have done that part. I mean, she's not bound at her. She's not tied up, right?
No, not at all.
Either that or she was drugged,
Yeah.
dressed, put in here, and then killed.
She did have a lot of painkillers, so that's a possibility. Maybe she got all
Possibility.
gacked out.
So the teen drugged his grandmother. God, I
Thinking
hope you
he-
didn't dress her.
Actually,
Maybe-
you say you found a knife in that guy's room. Can I check that
Several.
out real quick?
We found
Yeah, a
a
couple.
few.
You know, it could be that because she wasn't taking her meds, she just had kind of decided to go holistic,
on
and then when it got to a point, kind of go out on her own terms, like you said, and maybe
Yeah.
maybe this young guy helped her with it, and then took off with the car.
Well, didn't you say that you had a meeting with a bunch of teens after dark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Well, just saying.
Yeah, we could go talk to them.
Let's double check the pictures and stuff in the house and see if we can figure out what this teen will look like.
The only
Let's see.
picture you can find of him is 10 years old. Or excuse me, 10 years ago. So just into his teens. But it's it's a color photograph.
10 years, that's not that long. Can grab
About the photos in the place, are there any with a car in it?
Oh, smart. I like it, Jake. Yes. You have an outside of the place. It was during probably better days because it looks like it was better cared for. There's a huge honking 4x4 Toyota truck with like big, obnoxiously large wheels.
Okay. So, those kids sell cars. Maybe if they've got this car for sale, maybe
Or
they
if
might
they-
be involved with all this somehow.
Or if they've seen it, a vehicle
Yeah.
like that might stand out.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we find the kid, maybe we find the car, maybe we get a direction.
Yeah.
You guys have
Maybe we
spent a
find
few hours.
fucking Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gil, you're coming back down. You're feeling
Sure.
fine, although you're getting the itches now since you do have this
Yeah.
slight addiction to cocaine.
We might need to head back to the junkyard.
To look for the truck.
Yes.
I've heard that yes before.
You're okay right now, Chuck. But
Okay.
yeah, you got that like that'd be great to be there again sort of feeling.
Sure. Okay.
All
Well, I guess if we're going to.
It's probably nighttime
Yep.
now, right?
It's getting it's sun's
Yeah.
down.
Let's go talk to these teens,
Yeah.
I guess. Then we should probably go get a room at the hotel they mentioned.
Do we want to go get the room first so we have it and then go talk to the teens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clean some of the grave dirt off.
Yeah. All right. We'll do that.
All right. Yeah, so it's kind of a bed and breakfast sort of place. It's really nice on the outside. Just a little commercially, like you do see like QR scan codes on a few things. They got the little card holder outside for business cards. It looks like it's kind of a destination place. It's called the Taste of Bloodworth.
Why would
Terrible
they have a
name.
QR code scanner in a place that doesn't have internet? Well, I mean, they do, but it's not.
Yeah. So the entryway is a cafe that's opened and busy right now. There are several people just hanging out. Again, people are listening to the radio. And maybe it's just a local thing, but the radio is playing like stuff from the 90s. Maybe it's just a channel. there's a few young people here, but most of the people here in the 30s and 40s. Some of them watching sports on TV, etc. It just looks like it's a hangout for those that don't drink alcohol.
Sure.
It's fair.
All right. Well, we'll go find a proprietor to try and secure a room.
Well, you're in luck. We're almost into our busy time of the season, but right now I got well, if you all want your own room, we got 3 master bedrooms on the 3rd floor. I'd be glad to rent you out. We'll give you a little break since we haven't quite started the season yet. We're not all up to snuff. I mean, we don't have all of our, normally we've got a little bit of gardening expeditions. We got some trail walking, but none of that's kind of pulled up kind of yet. So I tell you what, $65 a night. And that includes dinner, breakfast.
Okay, that's per room.
Yeah.
Per room.
Okay, yeah,
All right.
I'll cover it.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
I've got a lot of money.
Thanks,
You have
Gil.
cash?
I've got cash.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, they'll take cash or checks, but no outside of town checks. You got to be local bank. But cash is fine. Cash is just dandy. Thank you very much, sir. We'll get you. We'll send Margie up there to get you some clean bedding and such. You got any luggage? Send somebody out to get your luggage.
No, it's
No,
fine. We've got a few more things we need to tend to for the night.
The cafe is open till midnight. You just come on through. You can grab some appetizers. We'll make you some sandwiches. Coffee's on the house.
Fantastic.
They
I
give
hear
you-
the coffee's real interesting and real good.
Yeah. We got some of that Hooper pig crap stuff. I'm sorry. Pardon. It's how they make the grounds. You see, it's really good. Each of you are given a key. 3rd floor.
cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's go find these drug-addled teenagers.
All right.
See what we can get for a case of beer.
South end of town. You have a little trouble finding it at first. The napkin directions don't quite match up to the streets, but then you're like, wait, and you just listen. And there's pounding rock music in the distance. You go up, and it's like a backyard's been lit up with spotlights. There's a little band playing, a guy on his guitar, a bassist and a drummer. Singer sounds like crap, but the band's actually not bad. Bunch of teenagers, beer everywhere. They've got kegs. They got a ping pong table set up where they're doing ping pong shots.
Oh, man.
There's like several
Are we-
dozen.
Are we 30-year-olds about to crash a high schoolers party?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Fuck me.
What
How
kind of
do you do,
vehicles do
kid?
we see at it?
Really nice vehicles.
Any
But,
sign
and
of
I don't
a-
mean like well kept. I mean like there's another Mustang GT in perfect cherry condition. I'm not a car guy, but like
Yeah.
uncommonly high-end nice cars.
Okay.
Okay.
Any sign of that truck from the picture?
Oh no trucks here at all. These are all
Sure.
sports cars and luxury cars.
Okay. Well, they're your
Uh,
friends there, Brett. Lead the way.
Yeah, I'll look for my friends.
Okay. A couple of people kind of give you the side eye as you're going through. A few folks are like hiding the fact that they're drinking beers. They turn away, and of course they got the red Solo cups all over the place. But you see the kids you're looking for. They kind of, hey,
Hey,
you come
what's
by,
up?
somebody passes you a bong. Somebody else is like cutting up some white paper on a mirror, and they're passing it around.
I'll hit the bong and I'll start chatting with them.
You notice that there's a big glass bowl on the table that's just filled with prescription drugs. Some other kids just come in and they start emptying drugs into it. And they kind of swish everything around. They take a handful and just pop it in their mouths and walk away.
This seems dangerous.
This is entirely dangerous.
Uh-huh.
You have no idea how many parties like this I've been called to. Ridiculous.
This is a thing. Yeah, this is really a thing.
Hey there, guys. Coming to talk to you about the tire, or maybe in that car you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, man. You just want a tire? I mean, you see any cars you like?
Just like any of the ones around here. Or...
Yeah, man. Just make me a deal. Anything you see.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Man,
Hey,
we
I
got a
got-
Shelby over there. You
Yeah,
into
I see
classics?
that. I'm not that old, but I like the classics. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, I got a question for you. These are my way are my friends. This is Gil and Proctor. You might have seen Proctor before, but
This blonde that's got like several braided hairs, and she's got like the side of her head shaved, the braids kind of thrown over, just kind of very goth makeup on, kind of stumbles into Proctor, puts a hand on your cheek, and it's like smooth. Hey, you're not a cop, are you? You got to tell me if you're a cop.
No, ma'am, I'm a doctor.
Ooh, really? Yeah, the hand migrates.
I'm over here to buy a car.
Yeah, everybody around is just kind of playing it pretty cool.
Hey.
They're like, yeah, I mean, what you looking for? Just make us a deal, man. Hey,
yeah.
you know what? We'll trade. You if you got anything interesting on the recreational side, cell phone, you got a working cell phone?
You know,
Not
I
on
wish,
us.
wish I did. Could really use it right about now. Matter of fact, those sound like they're pretty rare around here. A friend of ours got a call on one, and we haven't seen him since.
Oh yeah, service is really spotty. I mean, some of those like really weird ones, like Cricket and Mint, they get bars. They like sometimes, like the Verizon, forget it. Yeah, you get nothing for Verizon.
Yeah, majors. Here. Yeah.
Fucking
I get you. Hey, you guys, y'all been, you get around town and stuff, right? You see a guy that matches like, and I'll describe Andy. You see a guy looking like that? That's a buddy of ours.
Oh, the Fed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was asking around in town about the trailer park.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like hours ago.
Cool. Know anything about the trailer park?
You can score some righteous drugs out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this, and I'll pull out some of the pills.
Oh,
I took from Ray
man,
Celia.
add it to the bowl over there. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, no problem, and I'll pretend to do that.
No, really, man, we'll make you a great deal. We got all kinds of really cool cars.
Yeah,
If you
I
just want
gotta
tires, man, I'll give you a tire. But
those are some really nice cars. I'll admit, I'm kind of surprised to see them around here. Yeah,
hey, we find them.
Yeah, you find them? Where do you find them?
Side of the road.
Oh, been like that for a while?
All the time. All the time.
What's your last name?
The guy that you're talking to is like Hooper.
You got a relative by the name of whatever her first name, Hooper, was.
Oh, the movie star. Yeah, we know her.
Who lives with her?
Some of the boys blush. And a couple of the girls.
It's fair.
Oh, Jackson? That asshole?
Yeah.
Man, with all the opportunities in this town, just to, get high and have a good time, that asshole decides to get a 9 to 5. What the hell? What the hell, man? He's got these are the times, these are the years to just enjoy life.
Where does Jackson work?
He works for the town council, man. He's like a janitor or something.
Okay.
Cool. What's his last name?
Hooper.
Is it Hooper?
No. He's related. Let's see if I remember how this works. So the lady you're talking about is adopted. Well, not adopted. So she married into the Hooper family. She had 2 kids. One of the kids was his dad. And he died years ago though. Some kind of traffic accident.
Okay.
Is the last name Stryker?
Yeah.
Y'all remember Amanda Stryker?
Anybody have... Okay, so this is going to be a spot check unless you have a skill at being able to read somebody. This could be a knowledge skill. This could be, let's see, what is the good one other than spot? Let's do. Buddy, stop. Nah, just do it as a spot.
Okay, that's wisdom.
Or subterfuge if you have subterfuge. There we go. That's a
I
good
do
one.
not.
That's a good one.
I got a 19.
Okay.
I got a 17. And I'm not high anymore.
I got a 5.
You're
I'm distracted by someone's. Yeah, my face and other regions are being rubbed on.
So, what was the question you asked, or how did you phrase it?
Do you know who Amanda Stryker?
Okay.
You remember?
Everybody just kind of like, you got a photo? Like, I don't know. And then all of you guys, there is the goth girl that was like hitting up on Proctor, is like fast walking away, like right after you asked.
Ooh.
Well, enjoy the pills. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep.
You just take off after her?
Yeah.
She turns around and there's kind of a very chromed up looking handgun, and she just starts shooting as she's running.
Holy shit.
Oh, God. That's an escalation.
We will call that the cliffhanger for the night. As this goth princess sees that you're following, just turns around and starts shooting at you as she continues to move on very fast. And
That means maybe Andy can come to our rescue next time.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah, he comes out and just guns her down. All right, it's okay. I killed her. We needed to ask her questions.
Nice. Yeah, so this one's kind of a slow burn. I wanted to do a mystery with like the tinge of the horror in the background with the building sort of thing. So it looks like we'll carry it over into another episode, and we'll see what happens. Kind of like the setting. I may end up doing this as a story arc. John, you got anything out there you want to plug?
Sure. I run a so over on the YouTube for Defenders of Cobalt. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have episodes of our Pathfinder 2nd Edition game. We're doing the Age of Ashes Adventure Path. It's all goblins, because all the player characters are goblins, and it's going fine. There's
as you would expect.
Chaos. Yeah, as you'd expect. Chuck's in it, Maitre, Steven, and April, and yeah, it's just it's love. There's a lot of love. That's what we'll say.
It's a nice way to put that.
Yeah, feel free to drop the link in the chat if you want. I've got links enabled in there. Chuck, what do you got coming up?
Let's see. So Wednesday on Defenders of Cobalt Twitch, Bert and John, you two are going to be there. We're going to run a Kids on Bikes one shot. Maitre will be our special guest because we have a Beatles and Grimm giveaway, the GM notebook, because Maitre worked on it, so she got us some freebies to give away. So we got a note, or one of their GM journals to give away. So tune in for that. And then Friday over on the DOK Twitch, at least for Jake, John, and I, Joe is running us through a playtest of the game he's making called Anvia. That's it.
Good stuff. Jake, you got anything?
Nope. I'll be hanging out with Chuck in some of those aforementioned games. That's about it for me.
Awesome. Well, for my stuff this Tuesday, we're probably going to do a one shot. I'm still not quite ready to jump back into 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons yet. Friday, we've got some BX, some classic Dungeons and Dragons. Saturday is Cyberpunk Red, the comedy. Yeah. It's dark humor, but it's humor. Next Sunday, I don't know. We'll see what's going on. We might play more of this, but check out Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. Also, not sponsored by Bad Dragon. And you'll find all of our links there to all of our social media sites and other fun stuff, as well as 14 years of podcasting goodness for all of our streamed games. Yeah, there we go. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Buddy.